Welcome to the MagiReco News. I'm MagiReco the Rosillum. After the news is before the news. Our top story today, we are getting a new game mode. It has been teased before, but it's now actually going to be here. The very first time in a really long time that we've been getting a completely new game mode from the start. Now you might have thought back to Extermination Battle. Extermination Battle is a pretty new game mode, right? Yeah, but this is even fresher than that. Because it's not just an event, it's a completely new beast altogether. But we're gonna get to that in a bit. First off, we're gonna start out with probably the most unimportant stuff of the entire thing. One of the gameplay-wise worst characters in the game just got an uncap, and it's like, okay. Next up, there is a half AP and double XP in whatever campaign because new main story is going to be released. You probably know about these kinds of campaigns whenever there's new story released, so nothing worth getting in there. And yeah, there is going to be a new main story released. Arc 2, Chapter 8. Now some people might think that we're going to get close to the end, because, okay, like Arc 1 had 10 chapters, so we're going to get 10 chapters again. Yeah, but it's actually kind of likely that we're going to get more than 10 chapters. Mostly because we haven't even gotten to the actual 100 Evils part of this entire arc, and the arc is called 100 Evils. And we haven't even gotten to that yet. So I feel like that's going to be something that might take a little bit longer to actually explore. It might be more than 10 chapters, who knows. Moving on now to more important stuff. With new story comes a new gacha, and we have Sun right here. So Sun is so let me tell you a little bit about her character before I tell you about her gameplay wise. Is that she was the drill instructor and general of all the Black Feathers and White Feather forces back in the Magirs, which basically gave her a position similar to Mifuyu. Now you might be wondering, but if she was so highly regarded on a similar level as Mifuyu, then how come we didn't see her in Arc 1? Well, because she wasn't invented yet. That's why. But yeah, she was super duper important apparently. She was a drill instructor, making sure that all the Black Feathers like obey orders and stuff. You might be wondering, but then how are the Black Feathers this terrible in combat? It's probably because they didn't actually do any training, and it's that they probably during the training just went up to Sun and were like, "Step on me, mom!" And that's probably why they didn't actually train that much. So knowing all of that and the fact that her weapons are Gatling guns, multiple plural Gatling guns, she has one of them on her head, and then she can like turn her arms into Gatling guns too, and I think she can carry a Gatling gun as well. She has like up to 4 Gatling guns or whatever, and she's basically like Zoro from One Piece, just instead of 4 swords, she has like 4 Gatling guns. And knowing all of this, also the fact that she's super narcissistic, she wants to become a godlike person. And she has a festival that's dedicated just to her. And it's like, oh my god. She must be super duper offensive, right? No, she's a defensive heal character. She's a healer. I don't know why a character like this is a healer, but yeah, she's a healer. She heals with Gatling guns? I don't fucking know, man. Don't ask me about this. I wouldn't even know. Her innate magic is that she can like mind control people. But yeah, healer. I don't know. Let me just quickly go through her kit. So she has attack up, I think. Yeah, attack up and status aimant resistance and HP restore on connect. Then her Magia is damage to all enemies. Excel up for 3 turns. To self. Let me double check. I think it's to self. Yeah, no, to all allies actually. Yeah, to all allies. Excel up. Status ailment. Resistance up, so you can kind of see status ailment. We're gonna see a status ailment a bunch more, but yeah, excel up, status ailment resistance up, as well as remove status ailments from all allies and heal all allies. So a lot of defensive stuff. Sure. Her active is survive, which might actually be interesting, because this means that you could actually theoretically do some shenanigans with this in mirrors if you have survive as an active, and also status aimant resistance up to self for 1 turn. Okay. She also has 15% MP start, so you start the battle 15%, which is like 22.5 MP if you have double unlock, which is 150 MP total. She also has Axel Adapt, which let me check this. Yeah, it's no, not Axel Adapt. It's Aqua. What? Right? Aqua Shield. Aqua Shield Adapt. Ah, that's what it is. She gets damage cut and Aqua damage cut because, you know, she's not defensive enough, I guess. okay. And also, she has HP regeneration, right? Sure. So yeah, she's super defensive and heals and has Dallas aim resistance everywhere, which is weird because, you know. This reminds me of, this actually reminded me, when I first saw this, I thought, oh my god, she's Florence Nightingale from Fate Grand Order. Because in there you have Nightingale, who's a nurse, basically the nurse, but she's actually a berserker and like heals enemies by relieving them of the ailment called being alive. So I guess that is a kind of, it is kind of a healing, right? I mean, if you have a bunch of ailments on you, if you have a bunch of stuff that hurts you, if you're dead, those ailments no longer pain you, right? I mean, sure. That's basically what Sun is all about. Next up, we have some Memoria. Were these even good? I didn't even look at these Memoria, to be honest, before I started this video, because I didn't even expect these to be of any good. They have guaranteed anti-bind and attack up, 25%. So 25% attack up and anti-bind. It's not terrible, but it's also not actually that good at all. It's really not good at all. So, okay. And then the active one just gives chance to crit, but like 10%, like 10% crit chance or whatever, as well as guaranteed anti-evade, but for 3 turns. So 3 turns of anti-evade might actually be somewhat niche useful, but yeah, mostly this one's not that great. Sun herself also probably not that great, but you know, I'm gonna make a video on this, of course, on how good actually is Sun. Spoiler, probably not actually that good, but these Survive might be doing some fun shenanigans, so maybe for some fun shenanigans, otherwise, eh. Moving on to the actual more important stuff. So everything we've seen so far was the less important stuff. First off, though, we have Day of the Battle Museum. I'm going to need to talk about this for a little bit longer. We also need to talk about this right here for a little bit longer. But what I can tell you very quickly about is the event. So the event is it's the Sun event. It's basically a non-gameplay event where it's very similar to the Hotaru event we recently had, or the Shizuku event, where there's not any like battles for this event that you fight, like no quests or whatever. You just play main story and another story and just regular story quests, and you get just random like event currency, and then with event currency you go into your you can see it right here, your mission overlay mission menu, and then it just shows you some story, and that's about it. So basically like the Hotaru event. Interesting enough, Miuri is not here. Miuri is still not released, which is weird because Sun and Miuri are basically one unit. They're inseparable, but they still separated them, I guess, because Sun is releasing without Miuri. That's weird. I don't know why. Anyway, so that's the thing. But now to the more important stuff. So Mitama and Livia, they're both giving us offers. So Mitama gives us an offer that is not that great. I'm going to talk about it in a bit. It's not that great. But then you have Livia, and if you know Livia and the way what she looks like, what comes to your mind? Of course, Livia has 2 absolutely ginormous black, big, juicy bags as her offer, and they're amazing. They're absolutely amazing. Probably the best offers that we've ever had put forward to the players. It's not even hyperbole. These bags are actually really darn juicy and huge and big, and yeah, you probably want to get them if you are willing to pay for this game. So if you are someone who is willing to pay money for this game, it doesn't get much better than this in terms of like efficiency for your money. So the first bag that you have to get, so there's 2 different bags you can buy. The first bag, they're both for paid gems, of course. So the first bag is 350 paid gems. 250 paid gems is like a 10 roll, so you get the 10 roll bag, so it only costs like 100 rolls. It's not quite like that because, of course, paid gems are a little bit more important than non-paid gems, but you at least get like 250 of those back with the 10 roll. And then on top of that, you get an innocent gem. An innocent gem allows you to give a slot to any girl. Even if you for some reason still have a Monogatari girl lying around, like I say, you still have like a Naneko or whatever lying around, and you want to give her a slot because she's only on 3 slot, but you want her on 4 slot, guess what? You can give her an innocent gem and she becomes 4 slot. Wow. Give anyone any slot. Let's say you didn't get Alikari to 4 slot, you only got them to 3 slot. Well, I guess you can just buy this innocent gem and give it to them, and they become 4 slot. Or the most important way of using this, you can use this to give Kuro slots. Yeah, you can give Kuro slots with this. Amazing. And with the 250 for the 10 roll subtracted, it only costs 100 pay gems, which is basically nothing, which is incredible. But yeah, only if you are willing to pay money. If you are someone who's not willing to pay money, this still might not be enough to get you to change your mind, to be honest. But like I said, if you're willing to spend even a little bit of amount of money on this game, this is pretty darn great. The other big juicy black bag is very similar, costs 150 less. You still got the 10 roll, so it's still already positive if you count a 10 roll as 250 gems. So you're already in the positive still. But what else do you get? You get a 4-star overlimiter core. 4-star overlimiter cores are very similar to innocent gems, but instead of giving any girl a slot, you can use this to give any memoria like an additional like limit break star. So let's say you also on the Alicari event, you only got 4 of the 4-star event memoria, which is not enough for MLB. You need 5 to get an MLB for a memoria. So is it gonna forever sit on 45 out of 45 levels? Is it forever gonna sit like 1 away from maximum break? No, if you buy this bag, you can use the overlimiter core to give that memoria another star, and it's gonna become MLB. Amazing. So yeah, it's only 1 like limit break star, but if you have a really powerful memoria sitting around that is on like 1 limit break away from being maximum break, then yeah, this is pretty darn good. And like I said, it already kind of pays for itself with the 200 paying for a 10 roll. Nice. Now, those 2 bags, those juicy brown big bags, I'm gonna stop, are Livia's offers. What does Mitama offer? Well, Mitama gives us an offer that we've seen before, where for 200 paid gems, you can buy a character, like an unlimited character from Mario Kart up to and including Alexandra, that you don't already have. Let's say, for example, you never got Livia. You never got Livia ever. For 200 paid gems, you can just get her. You can just select her in here. Great. Mostly not worth it because there's almost no characters on here that are really going to be amazing on just 1 slot. At least like not so amazing on 1 slot that it would be worth spending 200 paid gems. So yeah, the fact that you can only get like a 1-slot character from this, and if you already own the character, you can't get them again, makes it kind of terrible. So yeah, Mitama, next time you need to make bigger offers. Take a look at Livia, look at the big juicy offers that she makes. Maybe you should follow suit next time, Mitama. So this round definitely goes to Livia. Okay, now the most important thing, the reason why I titled this video the way I did, or at least I hope I did. I don't know what the title of this video is going to be until I actually make it. Anyway, point is, we have a new game mode, a very special game mode. It's called the Battle Museum. So apparently, Nemu has this amazing book that has in it a whole bunch of memories of all the people she ever met. And these memories, you can go into these memories and fight through them, whatever and stuff. And apparently in this story, it's gonna be Yozuru and Livia that do stuff in here. I don't know, a story or whatever. Point is, the way this works is that every single month there's going to be 1 week. In this case, it's going to be starting on the 12th, going up to 19th. I knew Walker would have released on that day when it got 2 weeks delayed. Anyway, point is, you're gonna have 1 week starting from the 12th, during which the Battle Museum is gonna be open. It's going to have 25 stages, and it's basically built like an accomplished event. If you've never had an accomplished event, it's like the, or if you don't remember what the name is, it's the Mayo event or the Sakuya event. I think the Swimsuit Mommy event was like this as well, or Breakpoint was kind of that event as well, where you had like 110 stages that would you play one after another, and it would get progressively harder, but the HP and the MP your characters had would carry over from one stage to the next. So if you ended a stage with your characters almost dead, then you started the next stage with your characters almost dead, and if your character died, you couldn't use them for a few hours until they recovered, but you had healing items that you could use in between battles to get characters up to full immediately. This is basically what this is like as well. You have 25 stages that are apparently going to get more difficult as you continue. Right now, they probably won't be that difficult, but the point is you have 25 stages, you go through them one after another, your HP sticks around, your MP sticks around between battles. However, unlike accomplished events, you don't have these items to individually heal a single character if you want to. And I think they also don't heal themselves over time, I'm not quite sure. But the point is, all you have is just a single button. You have one button that heals every single character in your group. every single one at once. You can only use this button once per event, like once per week, and this only runs like 1 week per month. So once per month, you can use this button. It's from what I can read right here. I need to actually test the details when it goes live. So I might be saying stuff that's not completely correct, but you can use this button like once a month to heal everyone to full. And apart from that, if you don't make the 25 stages, then next time it comes around, like the next month after that, when Battle Museum opens again, there's going to be more stages added to this. So there's going to be 25 at the start, but every month there's going to be more stages added to this, and your and all the progress that you've made sort of carries over. So if you beat 14 stages this time, then I assume next month when it opens again, you're gonna still be on stage 14, but instead of there being like 25 stages, it goes up to like maybe 40 stages or whatever, and then it's going up to like 60 stages or whatever. So it's gonna be you're gonna get more and more stages every month, but your current progress keeps tracking between months. The thing that I'm wondering is that, like, if you have a really good account, do you just beat all 25 stages immediately and then wait next month, and the next month it's going to be slightly harder, but you're still going to beat all the stages immediately, and it's going to take like 2 years until the stages get hard enough that like whales or people with good accounts start sweating even a little bit? I don't know. I hope this is actually going to be something that's going to be somewhat difficult. I don't want this stuff to be too easy. There should be content in this game that is difficult, because right now there's no content in this game that's actually really difficult. Because I have an account that barely plays at all, doesn't have that many resources, and even that account can beat EX challenges easily and 100 evils easily without too much stuff. Like, that account doesn't even have any great stuff. That account has nothing that's super duper amazing, and it still easily beats 100 evils and EX quests. Like, come on. There needs to be something in this game that's hard. Maybe this one's hard. And something else to keep in mind is that the rewards for this, it didn't say that there were any super duper amazing rewards, but there's going to be more rewards, of course, added every month, and I don't know, it doesn't actually give any big details. I think it's just something like you get like 50 gems for beating the entire thing, but it doesn't say what else you get. Like, I assume you get stuff for every single node that you'd be like, this node gives that, this node gives that, etc. Doesn't say that, so yeah, we'll see what it actually gives. And like I said, I assume every month you're gonna get even better stuff than last month, I assume. So yeah, that is going to be the new Battle Museum once a month, a new special event. It's going to be great, it's going to be amazing. It's probably going to run together with other stuff, so it's not going to be run instead of events, I don't think. So yeah, this is going to be that, and this is the end of the news. Oh, that took a really long time, man. But that was that. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Subscribe button, ring the bell, and I'll see you guys next time.